Hello champs, welcome to this new video, and in this video we will going to discuss the most important question and the last 10 years PYQ of government budget and the economy, and it is a part of macroeconomics. So one by one we will discuss the questions. हमने ये सीरीज क्रिएट करी है जिसमें मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस each and every chapter of macroeconomics, and also I will create videos for the Indian economy of each chapter. Okay, so you have to follow these questions along with the different years questions, so you will be able to know what are the questions that are going to repeat in the 2025 exams, and it will also really help you in focusing what you need to focus on your chapters, on which concepts you have to focus. So first question is, what do you mean by direct tax? It was asked in 2023. Again, what is direct tax in 2019, and define direct tax? So all three questions are going to be same, and it means these questions are actually same and they have but just change the language. Question number 2 is, state any two examples of non-tax revenue receipts of the government. So here it is asked in 2019. Here we have to answer the question with example, okay, and we have to do discuss the non-tax revenue receipts of the government. And another way of asking the same question is, give two examples of non-tax revenue receipts 2014 and two sources of non-tax revenue receipts. So all these questions are actually same. Question number 3 is, what do you mean by an indirect tax? Asked in 2019, and define indirect tax 2014. So it will really help you in getting what kind of questions and which concept you have to focus while reading a chapter. Okay. Question number 4 is, define the term tax 2019. What is tax? Delhi 2012. Okay, and define tax. So here we have to define what is tax. Question number 5, define government budget in 2017, 14 and 14 again. What is government budget? Again, government budget. What is government budget? You have to briefly explain what is government budget, and depend on the marks allocated to this question, you have to elaborate on further points. Okay. And question number 6 here is this in 2016, and here the examiner is asking, what are the revenue receipts in the government budget? So basically, government budget consists of revenue receipts and capital receipts. Okay, so I have discussed all these things in my macroeconomics playlist, so you can go through my macroeconomics playlist, and there you can get all the chapters along with the notes, and it will really help you in getting what things we have to read. And I have discussed the concept in a very brief way. You will able to get through all these concepts very easily, and the examination is very simplest. So again, question number 7, what is revenue expenditure? Asked in 2016. Second is, one is revenue expenditure in government budget 2010. So you have to focus on what kind of questions the examiner is asking. So here, revenue expenditure, the government is asking revenue expenditure. So government budget can be consist of revenue and capital, where revenue receipts and revenue expenditure, and capital receipts and capital expenditure. So it will really help you in getting what kind of questions the government examiner is asking. Question number 8, give two examples of indirect taxes. Okay, and question number 9, give two examples of revenue expenditure. So again, revenue expenditure same question आया. So again, question number 10, give two examples of capital receipts in government budget. Now the examiner is asking about capital receipts in 2012. Question number 11 is, give two examples of a direct tax. So taxes are of two types. One is direct tax and second is indirect tax. I have discussed in detail what is direct tax and what is indirect tax. Okay, if I have to give example of direct tax, example is in the income tax. Okay, and if I give example of indirect tax, it is GST. Question number 12, define capital expenditure, asked in 2010. Question number 13, explain the basis of classifying taxes into direct and indirect, give examples. So here you have to give examples also, so maybe it will be a question with more marks allocated. Here the question is, explain the basis of classifying taxes into direct and indirect, and we have to give two examples to each. Question number 14. Distinguish between direct taxes and indirect taxes. So basically, government budget consists of mostly questions related to direct tax, indirect tax, expenditure, revenue expenditure, capital expenditure, and kind of these questions. Because here we can see that the questions are again and again repeating of direct tax, indirect tax, expenditure, related to expenditure, and tax. So question number 15 is the following a revenue receipt, a capital receipt in the context of government budget, and why? So we have to answer this question. It means like direct tax receipt is a part of revenue receipt or capital receipt, and we have to give reason also. Again, disinvestment is the part of capital receipt or revenue receipt. It is asked in 2014. Question number 16 is the following revenue expenditure or capital expenditure in the context of government budget, give reason. So we have to give reasons also. Expenditure on collection of taxes and expenditure on purchasing computers, asking 2014. Question number 16, give reason, state whether the following is revenue expenditure or capital expenditure in a government budget. So again, we have to classify these two things, these two, expenditure on scholarship and expenditure on building a bridge, and we have to give reason also. So again, whenever we answer a question, if it is written that we have to give reason, although if it is not written that we have to give reason, you should give reason, because it will create an impact on the examiner that you know the answer conceptually. Okay. Question number 17 asked that state three sources of each of revenue receipts and capital receipts in government budget, asked in 2013. Question number 18, explain any one objective of government budget, and it is asked in 2013. So again and again the government budget questions are repeating. Question number 19, distinguish between revenue expenditure, capital expenditure. Again, revenue and capital expenditure differentiation in a government budget, and again one example. Distinguish between revenue and capital, the same kind of questions are getting repeated in 12, in 10. Distinguish between revenue receipts and capital receipts. So here is a change in revenue expenditure, capital expenditure, but here it is asking revenue receipts and capital receipts. So kind of question is same, but they have just twisted the question. Question number 20. Distinguish between revenue receipts and capital receipts in a government budget. Again, distinguish between revenue receipts and capital receipts in a government budget. Give example in each case. Asked in 2012. How are capital receipts different from the revenue receipts? Discuss briefly. And here you see that the capital receipts are different from the revenue receipts. How? So here we have to give examples to show that how they are different. Distinguish between revenue receipts and capital receipts, and again we have to give two examples. Question number 21. So just like these, I have included all the important questions that the board examination has been asked in class 12 in last 10 years. So you have to go through all these questions and answer these in your notebook, and after answering you can check out your answers with the notes I have provided in the description in a link. But you have to subscribe my channel before clicking on the link, otherwise the link will not open. You have to subscribe my channel, like it, and then go to the link, download the PDF, and you will get all the questions and answers on the same PDF. So it will really helpful in examination before examination while you are revising. And also if you are not able to get any answers of any of these questions, you will able to match it with the PDF answers. Okay, like question number 32. So I cannot here discuss all these questions because the video will be getting longer and it will really demotivate you while watching the video completely. So you can go through all these questions by yourself and like classify the following taxes into direct and indirect, and you have to give reason like corporation tax, entrepreneurship tax, excise duty, income tax. You have to describe that is direct or indirect and give reason. Like question number 38, suppose you are a member of an advisory committee of the Finance Ministry of India. The Finance Minister is concerned about rising revenue deficit so the rising revenue deficit is rising. So okay, and you are the advisory, you are a member of advisory committee. So you have to suggest one measure to control the rising revenue deficit, and how can you do that? It is asked in 2019. So situationship based question can also be asked in these kind of exams. So you have to prepare for that conceptually. Like if I ask you what is revenue deficit, you should know what is revenue deficit, also the reason of revenue deficit and the solutions. You should know all these things. Okay, if you have any problem regarding conceptual quality of revenue deficit, I have already created a playlist that I have mentioned before also, that you can go and watch my macroeconomic series lectures, and in that lectures you will able to get the conceptual quality of macroeconomics, and through this you will be able to complete the macroeconomics is just 10 hours. Okay, it is not very long videos, so in just 10 hours you can complete your whole macroeconomics syllabus of class 12th. Okay, so you can watch it. Question number 39 is, what is meant by fiscal deficit? What is fiscal deficit? So again and again the questions are repeating. Like question number 43, discuss differentiation between fiscal deficit and revenue deficit. So I have also mentioned the answer here, so you can match the answer. So I have provided solution to each and every question. Okay, so you can go through this. A question like you have government budget and you have to find revenue deficit, fiscal deficit and primary deficit, and you have given all these numerical values, so you have to find these values. Okay, now we will moving towards multiple choice questions. Okay, and here you have to answer each and every multiple choice question asked in the previous examination. Like question number 1, dividend received from public sector undertaking are part of governmental non-tax revenue receipts, tax revenue receipts, and capital receipts and capital expenditure. You have to answer that question and go through the PDF and match your answer. Okay, match your answer. Question number 2, which of the following sources of receipts in government budget increases liabilities? Direct, recovery of loans, borrowing and dividend. Which answer is correct? You have to mention and go and check your answer. Question number 3, which of the following is a direct tax? Corporation tax, entertainment tax, excise duty, service tax. Which one is direct tax? Which of the following is the source of capital receipt? Foreign donation, dividend, disinvestment, indirect taxes. Which one is capital receipt? So I have mentioned all the questions related to objective questions. So you have to go through all these questions, mark your question, mark your answer, check it with the PDF questions and answers, and it will be really helpful in your examination. Okay, you can watch, stop the video and answer the question and go through your PDF. Like these kinds of questions are also asked in the examination, in which you have to give a numerical question and you have to mark the correct answer above the 4 options. Okay, among the 4 options. So I hope you like the video. As I have already mentioned that you will get the notes in the description link, and you can download the PDF along with the answers to these questions, but you have to subscribe my channel before clicking on the link, so that you will be able to open the link. So thank you for continuing watching the video. Thank you so much guys.